But with that, we'll move on the sidelines of the Indian Banks Association's annual Banking Technology Conference and Awards, our colleague Sandhya spoke to Sanjiv Chadha, who is the MD and CEO of Bank of Baroda, about the reach of digital banking and the importance of keeping up with technology-based changes. Listen in.
The pace of change in banking is much, much faster than that, right? It's not going to wait for 30 years for things to change. Even within the last 2 or 3 years, how we do banking has changed beyond recognition. And therefore, to my mind, unless banks are able to adapt to this pace of change, they may either be outcompeted by non-banks or again those players within the banking system who are able to actually move faster. Therefore, in terms of possible disruption, the disruption could be of the industry or within the industry.
So you also spoke about, stability, agility, all these, aspects of technology. So if you can elaborate a little bit more on that.
So I think there are 2 or 3 pieces which come in. So I spoke about the fact that stability is important. Because more and more of what you do is now connected to technology. Earlier on, if there were a mishap in one particular branch, it impacted only that particular branch. But now with all your operations, a large majority of your transactions linked to almost a single interface, which is through the mobile phone, should there be any disruption, that will have catastrophic impact. Therefore, operational resilience and stability becomes very important for the sake of customer service, for the reputation of the bank, and also for retaining the confidence of the regulator. The other part again is agility. Because of the fact that the pace of change is such, you need to make sure that your time to market is much shorter as compared to what it was earlier, right? And the third thing again we need to look at is in terms of optionality. You do not know what the future is going to be. And therefore you need to be prepared for outcomes which are diametrically opposite. If things were to go one way, which you are preparing for, you should be prepared for that. But if your assumptions also don't come true, you should have the organization ability to change that also. So I think all these 3 aspects, agility, stability, and optionality, are fundamentally important. Actually, this is something which I read in the context of central banking. There was an article by Mohammed Al-Arian, but to my mind, it applies to banks and to technology equally.
So you also spoke about a massive shift in the last 6 months when it comes to Bank of Baroda. So if you can help us understand with the help of few numbers that what exactly is the extent we are talking about when it comes to the transitioning.
So I think I spoke about the fact that, look, when we grew up, we always used to think of banks as branches. But we implemented Bob World as a mobile banking app about 1 year back. Within a year, we have something like 25 million customers. And then one fine day, I was shocked to know that actually 5 times as many customers visit Bob World has come to 8,000 branches. Now that means that all your assumptions around which you had built your bank suddenly change. It means that you need to possibly redesign your entire network, the entire bank, around the mobile banking channel, right? So those are really moments of truth, which again make you pause and to see that are you moving in the right direction and what is the direction which you need to move in the future.
Okay, that's